Today I'll be discussing meiosis, and this occurs in eukaryotic cells among mammals that reproduce sexually. This also includes the egg and the sperm, and they create a zygote, and then this results in the 4 daughter cells being created through meiosis. This is not like mitosis that creates 2 cells, and that also occurs within somatic cells, not within eukaryotic cells. The first part is called prophase. So prophase is when the chromosomes start moving towards the middle of the cell, and they attach to each other. So the microtubules connect to the kinetochores, and so these two connect, and then the chromosomes, the homologous chromosomes connect, and then they partner up and become pairs. The next part is metaphase, and so this is when the homologous pairs line up and begin to line up on the metaphase plate near the center, and this is called reductional division. There's also no order. It doesn't matter if the order between the maternal and the paternal chromosomes, it doesn't matter. This is also where the law of segregation can come into play, and this is when the various alleles have chances of being passed down. There's no specific chance, it's just they just have random chances of being passed down. We then have anaphase. So anaphase is when the chromosomes go towards the centrioles at each side of the cell. So that's when they start going towards the centrioles, and then the homologous chromosomes are then separated, and then we see sister chromatids. We now go into telophase 1, and this is when the chromosomes are completely pulled apart. So they're completely pulled apart, and then the nucleus envelopes form, and then the plasma membranes are then separated, and this is called, they're separated by cytokinesis, and then we have 2 new cells that are formed. We then go into the second half of meiosis, and this is when we have prophase 2. So this is the same process as the first one. This is when the microtubules and the kinetochores are connected by the centromeres, and they are on the metaphase plate. We then get to metaphase 2, and this is when the chromosomes line up on the metaphase plate, and they are connected with the centromeres. And then we go into anaphase. So in anaphase 2, we have the sister chromatids, so the sister chromosomes that are going towards the centrioles once again, and then the DNA separates, and then they have the same number of chromosomes. So each cell will have the same number of chromosomes. It's not going to split up. So they'll have the same number. And then in telophase 2, we have the chromosomes line up on opposite sides of the cell, and then cytokinesis occurs, and then these split up once again, and then we will have 4 identical cells that will be gametes. And so this is how all of the traits can get passed down, and this is how the DNA gets passed down from the parents to the offspring. So this is essentially how meiosis happens, and and it only occurs within animals that are allowed to, or that can reproduce sexually, and it's completely different than mitosis. This one has 8 phases, and the other one has 5. But I hope you got something out of it, and that is how meiosis occurs.